SoundCloud.com/chaotic flame, YouTube.com/@ nothing left to do but win. This is nothing left to do but win, and we are here with the one and only Plainfield's very own Mars.
We here. We in the building.
What's up, man? How you doing today, brother?
A pleasure to be here. I've been all over the place in the past. I don't know how long. I've been, just surviving, thriving, creating, everything.
Yeah, and we definitely gonna talk about some creation today. So the elephant in the room, Spoken3rd season 3. What's going on, man?
Start shooting that in June. Hopefully, I just need to dedicate some time to, because I got like at least 20 actors. I got 20 actors. I got probably 4 or 5 set pieces. I have different apartments, studios, boats, possibly private jets, stuff like that I have to clear up, and I have to get clearance for and be able to speak to people about. So that's kind of what I'm on right now, and I have the rest of the month to do it, so I can be able to schedule all of this stuff and send out the scripts and give people the appropriate amount of time. So hopefully early June you'll be seeing me actually going back into shooting. So that should be something to be looking forward to.
Yeah, we definitely looking forward to it, brother. And I noticed something you just said. You got 20 actors. So one of my questions to you was, what are some of the challenges of getting all of these people together? Like, what are some challenges that you face when you're going to record these Spoken3rd seasons?
Spoken3rd season 2 took 2 years almost. The
2
setback,
years?
almost 2 years. I started shooting literally as soon as I got finished shooting season 1, literally, and it's just boom. You have to, that's why you have to going back to the drawing board with season 3. What I'm doing is I casted people according to friend groups, people who hang out with each other. So I know for a fact I'm gonna get Johnny and Adam and Clarissa all together because they all hang out with each other. So that'll be a little easier to shoot those scenes. And you gotta kind of write the script and write it so that they have a lot more screen time together, so that you could do it that way. That's
And
basic little simple stuff.
understood. And when you're generating a script, how often do revisions to said script happen?
Well, since we're talking about season 3, I'm on my second revision, and when I start shooting, I'll probably go through more revisions. So, season 3 is gonna have 6 episodes, just like season 2. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dedicate all June to shooting episode 1, all June to shooting episode 2. All July to episode 2, August episode 3, and I'm gonna use September as a month to collect and gather all of my data and info, decide if I want to do reshoots while the weather is still sort of summery, and then I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna dedicate October, November, December for the last 3, and then use January to do the same thing. So hopefully this will be an 8-month process for this season.
All right, so Spoken3rd season 3, 8-month process versus season 2 being a 2-year process. Do you want to speak to some of those setbacks at all?
Yeah, I talked about the setbacks before in the finale talk podcast, because everything is, what I will say is, boom, cooking accident. You can't see it now because I use good oils, but I burnt all of my hand off, which is crazy. Rashawn, who plays Ra, he's the secondary cameraman for me. He got locked up. That was another setback. My mom got really sick in October, and I had to cancel a shoot, and it ended up being me having to work a lot and do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I couldn't really put my focus on that. My mom is in good health. Everything's great now, but I didn't never really talk about it publicly because I'm not the type that really talk about family stuff. I keep everything really, really vague because I like to heal in private. So yeah, that's amongst, oh yeah, like I said, I had to rewrite a lot of the script because Callie was originally supposed to be in season 2 as well. I actually in the finale talk podcast, if you actually like looked at some of it, because it's an hour long, so I would understand if you didn't watch the whole thing. I actually some Cali clips from the scene. Me and him got in a fight. We had a fight scene and in season 2 and stuff like that. And yeah, that was part of the struggle having to rewrite so many so many times.
Mm. So, if I could, what
Mhm.
inspires you to want to do something that includes so many people when it would be easier to kinda do something that didn't consist of that many people? What inspires you to gather people together to create this vision?
Because season 1 started off really, really grounded with not that many people, and then I learned from like a creator standpoint from a if I was gonna do it, then I gotta go big. It's like you can have like the little grounded stuff, but it's a lot of it's a lot of fatigue when you can't really concentrate on characters and storylines and story arcs and stuff like that where I have like so you kind of want to give everybody an opportunity to grow so that you could give people their chance to pick their favorites. Like I already started out the gate knowing that people was not going to really like my character like that. But that's cool because you could like TJ or you could like Maya or you could like Jasmine. That's fine. So I kind of leaned into it and like I kind of even made myself more of a character that you hate, but you like, oh damn, like you kind of root for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to learn that. So with season 2, it's like if I want it bigger and better, I have to do bigger and better. I mean, I have to have more characters. I have to have more focus. I have to give people more storyline and stuff like that. And I decided to do more grounded stories,
Mm,
which was the couples therapy. Like if you read if you read the poster I sent you, that was
yes.
it for you to read on air whenever like you want to get to that.
Alright, and, as you can continue talking, I'm pulling that up in the background right now as you continue.
Because couples therapy started off as an idea that I came up with, and it wasn't even my story. It was actually another story, which is why I called my story Volume One because there's more volumes to the couples therapy series, which is like a little branch of Spoken Third, which was the short films that I talked to you about on a podcast when we first got live.
Yes, yes, now if I could, I have it up here. Would you like me to read this, sir?
Yeah, you can read it, and then once you read it, we could actually get into like the actual couples therapy stuff. So we
Hey.
could like and then we could go back to everything else.
Alright, alright. So without further ado, what's couples therapy? Spoken Third, the universe. Couples Therapy is a short film series that I wrote, I as in Jihad, of course,
Mhm.
directed, casted, and will be currently acting in for this installment. I want to target a more grounded and mature audience by focusing on character development and romance, putting that into the forefront and letting the crime and action play the background. It takes a while to shoot a whole season. So while we wait for the entree, I decided to serve up some appetizers, feeding the people. You heard? This
Yeah.
series will be first of many short film installments of Spoken Third Universe. I'm gonna stop right there and say this is an amazing concept. And I see the tree and I see the branches. I see what's
Mhm.
going on here. I see it. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna continue with the last paragraph. Couples Therapy Volume 1 follows Mars about 2 weeks after the conclusion of season 2, where he's dealing with a major setback in his music career and the loss of Jasmine. He decides to stay away from Plainfield after feeling embarrassed about boasting about a label deal that didn't work out in his favor. He calls up his ex-girlfriend Aaliyah and plans to spend the weekend with her, covering up the fact that he's using their past relationship as subject matter for his next album that he hopes will get him in the record label's good graces. If that isn't enough, run-ins with local rappers show Aaliyah that Mars may not be the same Jihad that she once loved in high school.
Damn, that gave me chills, and I wrote it.
Yo, that was written very well. Do you want to go straight into the clip, or would you like to provide some context?
To provide, I could provide context. I was I was a really big writer, super big writer. Essays, college essays, stuff like that. So like that, I love doing that type of stuff. That was a side note. So yeah, so the first couples therapy, this was not even the first couples therapy. Like I said, like I had an original couples therapy that was supposed to be filmed also the day before, but the lead kind of dropped out. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about that later. But I was at the club one day, the same club that we shot couples therapy in. I was at the club because Karma Crazy, I'm part of Karma Crazy and we do club stuff. So I was at the club one day and I was just looking at the scenery and I'm just like, yo, if I was to do my version of couples therapy, it would be like this. So then I just like sat there like for like 20 minutes in the club just writing
Yeah.
the script. I wrote the whole breakdown, sent it to Zaria, who's playing Aaliyah. Shout out to Zaria. She couldn't make it. She's doing a movie shoot right now. I sent it to her and I was like, yo, let me know how you feel about this. She was like, oh, this is good. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna write the script. And the rest is history.
All right, so now I definitely want to question you on one thing you said there. You said that you was in a club. I noticed I'll be looking at your pictures. You always out. You know what I'm saying? Always out moving. So does the club give you inspiration? Does that environment speak to you?
Oh my God. So
Uh-oh.
I have another series that I'm working on all about nightlife.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be fire. And it's a spinoff of one of the couples therapies.
Damn. All right. So now that we've been speaking about couples therapy, you want to run them this clip for the good people?
We can run the clip.
All right, let's
Sound is
run.
off, I think.
I'm going to turn the volume up and here we go.
Yo, Mark, what the fuck is this?
Tell me you played the song.
You made a song about our relationship? Not only just that, but my miscarriage?
This is why I told you the album wasn't ready.
No. Fuck you. I'm not your muse. I'm a person with feelings. Don't fucking touch me, Mars. Can't believe this shit. You sit here and make a song about our fucking relationship, and then on top of that, my fucking miscarriage with Dante?
You have to listen.
Listen to you.
It's just music. It's just art.
You know, I get
It's
it.
not even a full album.
No. You listen to me. I get it. You hate me. All right? We broke.
All right, hold up. Now, man, yo, if I could, when the scene ended, I just wanted that clip to last so much longer. I'm easily invested. I want to know how well she reacted. I wanted to know the end of that conversation. I'll let you speak. This is your artwork, man. Speak to what the people just saw, brother.
Okay, so in the description where it says that I was making a album about our past relationship. I just to introduce a new character in the spoken third like this when we're already 2 seasons in, a lot of the audience, especially the female audience who loves Jasmine, they're gonna be like, who the hell is this girl? Like, who is this girl? So it made it very, very important to create a lot of elements of familiarity between me and her. That's why our chemistry had to be like on point. So when I bring up a lot of like, I even have a scene in Spoken Third where there'll be flashback scenes of us, because like our breakup was really, really bad and it messed me up. So that you see how I treat Jasmine in season 1 and season 2 is because of that. And that's why I dropped the psychology of Jasmine, because I actually touched on the breakup when I talked about it. Everything I do is kind of like calculated, because with like how could we talk about how could we talk about how could we talk about Aaliyah and not talk about Jasmine? How could we talk about moving on with this new girl and not talk about Jasmine? And she brings up like The couples therapy trailer is going to be dropping pretty soon, probably in the first week of June, and you'll see the whole. You'll love it. I know you'll love it. It's 3 minute
Definitely.
trailer.
3-minute trailer.
Yes,
Now, if I could, man,
it's a
why
skit.
would
It's a
yeah,
skit trailer. That's why it's so long.
I want to talk about Aaliyah for a second, man.
Mhm.
Why would Mars link up with this girl just so that he could get some energy off her to make a song about the miscarriage? Is there anything deeper to that, or is that something we're gonna have to wait to see?
It's crazy because in the clip, listen to the clip. Listen to the music in the background of the clip.
That's the song.
Yes.
All right, all right. I'm gonna let it rock a little bit. Let's see.
Yo, Mark, what the fuck is this?
Tell me to play the song.
You made a song about our relationship? Not only just that, but my miscarriage?
Hit him
So
808s. Yeah.
I did that on purpose because of the fact that let's say me and Aaliyah didn't work out because she got pregnant.
Mm,
And I felt like maybe that was a perfect time for us to start a family. And
mm,
maybe she didn't feel that way because she was too young and I couldn't understand it. So imagine after we do break up and she gets with somebody else and she gets pregnant by that guy.
mm,
And it's just like, damn, like it's like really bittersweet, but it's just like you gotta give her credit. She grew, she understood love a little bit better, she matured. And meanwhile, I'm just like being a hoe and just doing all of this and stuff like that because I'm taking my frustrations out. But she, grew. And we
mm.
talk about that a little bit. Like I said, like it's a little bit more grounded and a little bit more relationship focused. So it focuses on us and focuses on our bond and our chemistry. And I'm just
Oh,
trying to navigate because I don't know anything else but survival. Jasmine's character taught me how to love, but it was not at the time that I wanted it at. So when
mm,
I'm just used to survival. I'm used to being around women and being like, okay, well, I could get this from this person or this from this person. Not even financial or anything like that, but a lot of problems that men do face is they don't really know women for what their worth is, and when they do understand what a woman's worth is, they feel like they've been through hell and back with this girl and they don't give them their proper credit and they want to just use them and keep using them and using them. So maybe couples therapy is an attempt for me to break out of that cycle from being an ain't shit ass person to actually
mm.
taking somebody really serious.
That's That's crazy. That's heavy, man. So now it does seem like everything you do is actually super calculated. And I could tell just by how the roadmap of how you're going to actually create season 3 that you're a very calculated person.
Yeah. And
But
Aaliyah will be in season 3.
uh that's
So
kind of
imagine
where I was going.
remember Eliza?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. 'Cause I never
Uh,
cut Eliza off, so that that'll
I can't
be
wait to see their energies kind of clash, bro. It's
yeah.
probably gonna be
Un
crazy.
unlike I actually wrote Jasmine and Maya to have a scene together, but I kinda didn't. So what
Mm,
we're gonna do is we're gonna have a few Aaliyah and Eliza scenes, and you gotta remember Eliza's the tough one, so we gotta see how that goes for real. We gotta see how that, translates on camera because both of them behind the scenes, they're both out of everybody in Spoken Third, they're the only ones who are aspiring actresses.
mm.
So
Now that was important and actually heavy. So now I'm gonna be watching them with kind of a different optic. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Now I know that they are.
me and Zaria's chemistry is crazy. Like the scenes that we do have and the scenes that we had to scrap because of the fact that we didn't have enough crew to carry out the film, and I was getting paid to go to the club, so I had to go to the club. So the scenes that we had filmed, like we had to skip a lot of romance scenes because we were gonna save those for last because of like what it was gonna do to us. Like, I will say we had a shower scene. We had one, but
Uh-oh.
we couldn't film it because we were gonna do that last and we didn't have enough camera crew. So it worked and it fit the time constraint without it. But what I did was I went back and I shot more. I went back and I shot more flashback scenes of us in high school and me finding out she was pregnant and her like us arguing about it, and you know, because that's like real stuff. Like something like that actually happened to me, and not to that magnitude, but I usually use my
Yeah.
experiences as a collective to roll them all into one person.
And, if I could, that's kinda what I wanted to talk about next. First thing I wanted to know
Mhm.
is, are there gonna be any, other new characters that we can look forward to?
In season 3?
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
Listen, you got a whole season 3 is gonna be more music focused, definitely. So we're definitely gonna have more music, way more record label stuff, way more of that, and less drugs and crime.
I
It's
love
gonna be
that.
actually, I don't want to say that. Way
Uh-oh.
more action, way more
Yeah.
action. But I want to definitely put a little bit more emphasis on the music industry and the ins and outs and what struggling artists have to deal with, and studio sessions and label funding and stuff like that. And like, ghostwriting. We touch on ghostwriting. We touch on, I
Ooh.
got a scene where somebody gets beat up in the studio because of the fact that they were upset because they did a reference track that they thought was going to be the actual song for the actual big artist.
Oh.
And he gets mad in the studio and he gets beat up. And then the guy goes to him, he's like, yo, listen, I'm taking this verse and now I'm giving you less than half of what you even wanted for the verse. I got like, stuff like that. And then we got the Dominicans. The Dominicans.
Yo, bro. Yo, as far as season 3 is concerned, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see how the Dominicans is coming out to play. Is they playing fair? What people do they have? Who's
No,
gonna
they're
be the
not.
most important on
Listen,
that
they're
side?
like they're it's gonna be like every single any character that you can think of is going to get touched in some way, shape, or form. Whether they get shot up and survive
Oh,
or might not survive. People characters are getting their heads cut off.
whoa, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be that quick. I just finished writing season 4, actually.
Hold up, time out. What?
Yeah, I just got finished writing season 4, and like, see, my process is so when I was working on season 1 and finalizing season 1, I started writing season 2 and then had ideas for season 3. So now that I'm doing season 2, I started writing season 3 and I got ideas for season 4. But I took it a step further because of the fact that you never know what characters you'll have around, the people behind the scenes, how their life entails. So I kind of reached out to them and told them like, look, I want to do a 5 season plan. So like, are you with it or you not? And I have to take that information. I have to write a little blueprint of how I want this story to end.
You know
So
what? Damn, that was heavy right there, and sorry to cut your wisdom, but
yeah, you got
people never see how much energy, time, and effort go into the creative process. I just wanted to bring that up. People always see the final product. They don't know what really goes into this, and my bad for cutting you, but I just wanted the
no,
people
you're
to
good.
really
Season 4, season first of all, season 3, action wise, is probably the craziest. Like literally, probably. So I had a lot of writer's block because I'm like, I need to find a way to continue. Like, because if I'm ending at 5, how am I gonna do this? So with season 3 being such a great concept, action wise, and all of the scenes that I have planned, and I can't even tell you like all of the
Oh,
stuff that I have planned. With season 4 is just like I wrote the first episode, and the first episode of season 4 is nuts, like completely nuts. But it's just like, damn, how am I
damn.
gonna make this? How am I gonna sustain this? How am I gonna make it as big as season 3? So I took a lot of time and I had to like really get to know my characters a little bit more because there's a lot of characters who are not going to be making it from season 3 to season 4. So I had to like strip them and like kind of like do my own thing because season 3 is actually the end of a lot of characters,
Mm. Damn.
or the continuation the continuation of a lot of characters with their own arcs or with their own stories behind the scenes.
Okay.
So with that being said, I had to strip everything completely, and boy, oh boy.
It's gonna get crazy.
See, yeah, I finished season 4, and I had to talk with Zaria, who plays Aaliyah, and I was just like, listen, this is gonna happen to you. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. Like, I need to know if you riding with me. I need to know. Like, I called Rich. I'm like, I need to know if you riding with me. Like, I had to call everybody who I feel like will be an important staple in Spoken Third. I need to know like if you got enough gas in your tank to be able to do 2, 3 more seasons if need be.
I got a question too there, man. Is TJ and Henny God making it to season 4, or you can't even get that out yet, man?
Any guy, you ain't see the end of season 2?
I'm a
You ain't see the last episode?
Pardon me. It's actually running right now. It's actually running. I got it running right here.
Oh, that's crazy.
I got
Yeah,
it running in the background right here.
I mean, TJ, I would love. I can't really.
Can't
I
really say, right?
can't really speak on that because, like I said, every character could get touched in season 3 alone. So, like I said, people's head getting chopped off. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, I want to pull on a lot of people's heartstrings, and it's crazy because TJ's character. A lot of people love TJ's
Love
character.
that character, man.
So I'm gonna be
Oh,
pulling on some more heartstrings.
all right. I had a question too. As you were just talking, so
Mhm.
when you go back and you watch, like how I have, season 2 in the background right here. How often are you critiquing yourself? Like, are you able to watch this without saying, "Dang, I could have did this," or "Dang, maybe I should have did that," or "Oh, I hate that scene, shouldn't have did that."
Not really.
Mm,
It's not an ego thing. It's just more so like I'm currently shooting more. So it's like I'm not a reflective person. It's more like, oh, so this time I'm gonna get this camera angle right here. This time I'm gonna do this. It's never like I wish I would have did this because it's
okay.
always like I'm always learning. I'm still learning. So I kind of don't really reflect because if I was that type of person, because I'm a perfectionist. Don't get me wrong, but if I was that type of person, I would delete the episodes off YouTube.
Yeah, straight up. It's over, right?
So I gotta give myself like, and I feel like I learned that through making music. A lot of my
Mm.
old music, a couple weeks ago, I was listening to music I made in high school. I'm 29 years old. I was listening to music I made when I was 15. And
Always
it's,
wonder how old you was, by the way. Always wondered.
well, I'm 29 next month, but I just say it enough so I could get used to it. Um, yeah, so like I listen to a lot of my old music and it's just more so like it's so cringy and so awkward, but it's also nostalgic. So it's just like I use it as a place mark. I use all of my old content as a place mark of where I was at that point in time. So I don't look at things and be like, I should have did this better. Like even my old music, like I remember I wrote this song when I was 15. It's called The Cafe.
Yeah.
And like I was listening to my raps and I was like, I rapped this back then, but it's like the way it sounded. Like I could recite it word for word. I think it was like filled with a pin of poison. I represent the boys and girls that ain't having a voice, and my lyrics echo their noises. My rhyming skills are way beyond the dudes that try to hate. You conversate, but I'm hungry, so I got a polished plate. And rappers nowadays say that they annihilate, but I find them miles away. Battle pick a time and place. Mess what you was trying to say. I'm spitting so cold. My raps are 50 below. Spitting snow, and you can find a sleigh. I said, I'm so far above competitors. I mean, I'm so far above competitors. You could call it embezzlement. The way I'm stealing checks from your stepping because delivery is perfect, like instant messages. But it's just
Mm.
like the way I said it before. Like it's like I sounded like a little kid. Like even right now, I'm not even using delivery. But it's just like it's always brilliance. But you just gotta hone in on your skill. And it's just
Yes,
like I
sir.
use that as a place mark. I use my old content as a place mark to know like that's what I'm trying to one up.
Alright, all right, so you sound like someone who's constantly, evolving, constantly learning, so I'm gonna ask you this
Mhm.
question here. Uh, Mars Multimedia in 10 years? In 10 years,
In 10 years.
a
So
decade from now.
definitely the Spoken Third property. Definitely the Spoken Third property. Let's say it. Definitely I want to make revenue off of the Spoken Third property, the Spoken Third merch. By the way, audience, come get yours. But definitely want to make Spoken Third merch, rappers recipe, stuff like that. Um, I definitely want to be able to be a source of income to the people who work with me closely. I
Mm,
definitely want to make passive income through streaming, through stuff like that, and have film properties. I definitely want to take rappers recipe to the next level. I definitely want to travel more, do more events and stuff like that, and give other creators an opportunity to be able to work with us. Like, my partner Liz, she's a stylist. I was in Syracuse. I didn't really get the time to go to her event, but I definitely want everybody who's with me to be able to excel in what they want to do. And I don't really think of I don't really have a number financially. I don't have a number of following. I don't have a number of anything, but just, if I'm on a steady increase, then 10 years from now, I'll be blessed and happy to see the outcome.
word, word. All right. For those who have watched season 2, they might have seen a ski mask or a shirt or two that said "Comma Crazy." We did mention "Comma Crazy" a little earlier. For those
Mm.
out there who don't know what "Comma Crazy" is, what is "Comma Crazy"?
If you're from Plainfield and you don't know Comma Crazy, then that's kind of weird, but we're not gonna fault you. Common Crazy is a clothing brand and a lifestyle brand that my partner Ab Gotti, who's not really my business partner, that's like my brother. That's my brother first, and second, I'm a vice president of Common Crazy, the clothing line. We do fashion shows, we do photo shoots, we have a nightlife thing where we do parties and events. We have a Common Crazy Fridays every Friday. We have had Who have we had? We've had Travis Porter, we've had Maya the Don, we've had Lola Brooke, we've had Friday, we've had we've booked a lot of people. We've had Albial. We did Fetty Wap did a show for us. We didn't even ask him to. We just know the people that know him. We had Albial come through. We work with a lot of people, and we do parties, and we've been doing parties every Friday for almost 3 years straight. It's about to be the anniversary, actually.
Hey, and for anyone out there who didn't know, now you know. I remember where you heard it. Now, Mars, is there anything that you personally just want to say to the people? Anything that you just want to say to the
Oh,
people?
wait, wait, wait. Before we get to that, the piggyback on Common Crazy. Forget
All
who
right.
came to the parties. Let's rewind that to who wore Common Crazy. We got Uzi, we got Albial, we got Surf, we got all of the YMB, all of the YMB people, Namir, Almighty J, we got Chinese Kitty, we got Coil Ray, we got I'm trying to think, I'm trying to think. We got yeah, it's a crazy number. It's packed. It's packed. Kodak Black. I got to meet Kodak Black because Albial invited me to a Kodak Black video shoot. So that was cool.
Fire.
Fetty Wap wore it in his music video. I was in the music video too. It was
Hey,
shot in Plainfield actually, and everybody had Common Crazy on.
that's heavy, brother. Is
But,
there a website?
yeah, commoncrazy.net.
Commacrazy.net. I'm gonna put it up on the screen in 1 second.
Yeah, we do everything. But yeah, any last words you wanted to say to me?
Yeah, like anything you wanted to say to the people, you know what I'm saying? Because we're coming up on a 40-minute mark. Shout out to the viewership. We got viewership right now on Facebook, viewership on Twitch, and viewership on YouTube. Shout out to the good people.
Yeah,
And
well, anything. The last thing I pretty much wanted to say is like, support your local creator out, and just stay tuned for couples therapy because that's one of the main reasons why I'm here. I'm working on a new short film, and I kind of want to give it it deserves to be platformed because I'm gearing towards an audience who isn't really focused on bang bang shoot 'em up drugs and stuff like that. Yeah, violence and action is a compelling source for a good narrative and good storytelling, but I also want to. Oh, I wore that in couples therapy too, the pink one.
Hey,
But definitely I just want to like attract the audience that really like really loves a story and a narrative and a relationship that you could believe in, that you could really like root for these people.
yeah.
And I'm
Through couples
and
therapy, correct?
yeah. And then for the people who like spoken third, y'all can watch couples therapy and y'all are watching the growth of me and my character through Aaliyah's eyes.
Mm.
So she kind of serves as a conduit, as a reference to like, yeah, he wasn't always like this. Like, why is Mars casually talking about cleaning up a body and cleaning up crime scenes and doing this and doing that with no hesitation? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, not only are you seeing a reminder of who I used to be before season one started, but you're also seeing the relationship I have with this person. And you're also seeing, damn, like they really go way back. Damn, she's calling. Like I had this thing I told somebody, I told the girl I'm cool with, that if you pay close attention, which is an Easter egg, Aaliyah never calls me Mars. She only calls me Jihad, which is something I've never done in spoken third. Like, so
So
she only calls me Jihad. She only calls me Mars when she's mad at me, which is only 2 or 3 separate times. And it's actually something that I talked to her about when we were going over the script and stuff, because I was just like, I really want her to really know me. And I want to
Yeah,
sell that relationship, and I want to sell the chemistry, and I want to sell that, like,
that
she's not replacing Jasmine, but Jasmine is no longer here anymore.
respectfully.
And couples therapy is crazy. There's a crazy plot twist at the end too. The
Man, I'm
plot
looking forward to all this shit you got going on. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
couples therapy is only 20 minutes, so like, yo, it's an easy watch.
Yeah.
Easy watch. I stepped up my camera game. I got a new camera. I got to work on stabilization, but I had I hate stabilizers, but I got to learn how to work it.
But for those who don't know what stabilization is, you just want to speak to that a little bit?
Basically not having shaky footage, not looking like
Yeah.
you got Parkinson's, like just basically smooth transitions and smooth everything. And I actually took the time to learn how to color footage a little bit better and transition footage a little bit better. Opening credits to couples therapy is some of my favorite. I added a little part before couples therapy, which is a good tribute nod to Jasmine, because I felt like, what is couples therapy without Jasmine? So that's why I'm putting a lot more Jasmine content out there, because I want you guys to get familiar with her, especially her as a character, because she's very, very important and a very pivotal part of Mars's growth.
Bruh, it seems like you're either always working, creating,
Mhm.
developing, producing, writing, recording. Like, when do you get time for yourself to, like, I don't know, chill?
For myself, I
That
I
is
literally I got home because I told you I've been home for like a week straight. I spent the first 2 days watching like SVU. I felt like so miserable. I was like watching TV shows, and I'm like, I want to edit this. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. But I gave myself a few days of rest time, and then I just went straight at it. So
alright, look, that personally covers any questions I would personally have. I'm looking forward to couples therapy. I'm definitely looking forward to see what the Dominicans do in Spoken Third seasons 3.
you
You
got it.
already
Sorry too. I wish he was here.
Yeah, yo, and that's another thing. When we get time, we'll do this again, and we'll make sure we start bringing people in if they're available. You know, you're always welcome to come up on a platform. We tuned in,
Mm.
we support. Any last thing you want to say to the people? Once again, any last thing? The world is yours, brother. As we close out.
Tune into Spoken Third, watch Couples Therapy, watch the Black Sheep podcast for double. If you're in the age bracket or you're in the target demographic, come to Comma Crazy. Eat rappers recipe food because I'm cooking at the club tomorrow. You know, we
Mhm.
got something for everybody. If you got kids or you want kids to model and stuff like that, I got my stylist who does events and we will create a kids free event. And come on, we got everything for everybody. You know, the younger crowd who wants to go to the club, the grown and sexy crowd who want to just sit in the crib and watch Tubi, the older crowd whose parents or grandparents who want to take their kids to do modeling, acting, stuff like that. Like we're providing an opportunity. It's Mars Multimedia.
Bruh, and if I could, it's so many good things I could say about you, brother. But like, you are the type of person that I feel like this city just needs, bro. You're rare, bro. And when people come like you that come along, able to get people together, take these visions and turn them into reality, you're always going to have my support and respect over here, bro. As a fellow creator myself, bro. A lot of people don't see how much energy, effort, time, sweat, and tears goes into the background of giving y'all a 30-minute video. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into this stuff, man. So, without further ado, this is nothing left to do but win. We sat down with Jihad Mars. We're gonna have him back up here again. We got couples therapy, comma crazy, spoken third. Anything else you want to say, brother?
I cannot wait until I'm done shooting season 3 so I can. This trailer is gonna be the craziest trailer you ever seen in your life.
Oh shit, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. Hey, shout out to the viewership. Once again, you guys can visit the website you see on the screen. We got commacrazy.net. And also, can you give the people another one of your websites, brother?
Okay, MarsMultimedia.com. Simple. It's on the shirt.
Go. You see, let me pull this up real quick before we go. MarsMultimedia.com right here. All right. There we go. So if you want to stay up to breast on the latest Mars multimedia information, you bookmark this page. We got YouTube updates. Watch, listen, read, sign up, and definitely get your shop on. You heard? Look. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have plenty more items popping up here on this page.
Oh yeah,
Once
because
again,
my Spoken Third graphic tee came in. It's fire.
uh-oh, let's see. We got something to display to the people.
Is it here? Is this it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna order one. You know, I'm gonna support the brother, you know what I'm saying? Comma crazy, spoken third, Mars Multimedia, sitting here with nothing left to do but win. It's your boy Chaotic Flame. We are signing off. Appreciate you